In my pre-boards, I had again failed all of my exams. I had people telling me कि ये life में कुछ नहीं कर पाया, father का सारा loan का पैसा उड़ा दिया, he's a complete loser. It was this silence that came from my dad that really affected me. I was in college, I did various jobs, I did various hustles, I tried various things and failed almost at all of them. It didn't bother me one bit because I was basically learning from those failures. Why I had failed constantly in my life. Why do you think I was able to do all of this?
सीखिए स्पोकन इंग्लिश, पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट और बहुत कुछ इंडिया के टॉप एक्सपर्ट्स के साथ। आज ही जोश स्किल्स ऐप पर अपने मनपसंद कोर्स को शुरू करिए। डाउनलोड द ऐप टुडे।
Do you think failure is the end of the world? Do you think failure determines where you end up in your life? If you're looking for these answers, then my story will guide you. This is a story of a boy from a middle class family in Delhi and his journey to Silicon Valley without graduating from any prestigious college. This boy failed at studies, failed at various junctions of life, failed at entrepreneurship multiple times, and yet made it to Silicon Valley. Hi, my name is Rahul Lakhani and I am the Director of Growth at Pulse in San Francisco and a growth consultant for multiple startups. I was always a backbencher and I was never good at studies. In my 10th, I somehow managed to score 76%, and coming from a middle class family, I was given two options. Either I opted in for medical or non-medical. Now I knew कि doctor तो मैं बन नहीं सकता, so I decided I'm going to opt in for non-medical. There was only one problem though. My school won't allow me to opt in for non-medical with the percentage I had scored. So I was left with no other option but to switch schools, which I did. Eventually, I ended up in a new school, making new friends, carrying on with my life as usual, which is not focusing on studies once again. Now, it was time for the pre-qualifier exams in my school, which happened right before the final exams. The results were out. I'd basically failed all of the exams. My principal told me that I won't be allowed to sit in the final exams if I continued this way. My dad had to step in and literally convince the principal to let me sit in the final exams. Now, I was allowed to sit in the final exams, but I barely passed them. After this, my life once again carried as usual. Now in my 12th standard, the same story repeated once again. In my pre-boards, I again failed all of my exams. My dad once again had to step in, and thanks to his persuasion skills, I was allowed to sit in my board exams. Once again, I had 2 months to prepare for the exams, and my dad told me if I prepared well and if I scored well, he would basically send me to a foreign university for my graduation. Now this was a big deal for me because all I wanted to do during my 11th and 12th was to go to a foreign university for my graduation, which eventually happened. My dad took a hefty loan to send me to a foreign university, and then I ended up in Australia for my graduation. Now I am here with no one to tell me what to do, what not to do, with complete freedom, hanging out with my friends, taking trips, eating at high-end restaurants, not bothering about studies once again. I ended up blowing off all of my education loan in a time span of 6 months. And now my results were also out. I had failed my exams once again. This was a huge deal for me because now I had no other option but to go back home. Go back home, a complete failure. This was the only option left for me, and I knew there's going to be a lot of pressure from my relatives. आप लोगों ने वो तो सुना ही होगा, right? कि दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा रोग, क्या कहेंगे लोग? I felt the same pressure. Now I came back to India feeling like a complete loser, and on the other hand, I had people telling me कि ये life में कुछ नहीं कर पाया, father का सारा loan का पैसा उड़ा दिया, he's a complete loser, Australia से भाग के आ गया है ये. So that was the situation on one hand, and on the other hand, I had my dad who was completely silent, who didn't utter a single word to me. Now this was something which was really bothering me. It wasn't the taunts coming from people that bothered me back then, but it was this silence that came from my dad that really affected me. I decided that I'm going to turn things around from here on, and I decided I'm never going to look back from this point onwards. I'm definitely going to do something big in my life and start fresh. So I decided to enroll myself in an engineering college in Sonipat. This is where my engineering happened. In my first semester, I started a recharge website that would accept digital currencies online. And digital currencies back then were pretty big. We were doing weekly transactions, a lot of them. They might have been small transactions, but they gave me huge confidence. But this success was also short-lived. After some time, these digital currencies got shut down due to non-regulatory issues. So I had to shut down this venture. But was this another failure for me? No, this wasn't another failure for me, because while I was doing this, I had realized the true potential of internet as well as hustling. This was a true learning for me. Now, while I was in college, I did various jobs, I did various hustles, I tried various things and failed almost at all of them. It didn't bother me one bit, because I was basically learning from those failures. I was not treating those failures as a downturn in my life. On the contrary, I was treating those failures as my friends, as my teachers. This was a really important time of my life. It taught me a lot. After this, I barely once again graduated from my engineering, and I was left with only a few options that I could pursue that time. Some of my friends got placed in call centers, some of them were getting placed in web development companies, and a lot of them were left unemployed. I had to make that choice too. So after college, I decided that I'm going to pursue my own idea. I had an idea of a two-sided wedding marketplace, and I decided that I'm going to reach out to investors and see if anyone would invest in it. So I started reaching out to investors day and night. Constantly for 3 months, I didn't get a single response. Now finally, after 3 months, one investor replied to me and he told me that he would fund my startup. This was the beginning of What a Shaadi, a two-sided wedding marketplace. The company was scaling so fast, we were hiring so much that, believe it or not, a lot of my teachers also decided to apply for a job at my company. These were the same teachers who once thought that I won't be able to do anything in my life. I might not even get a job at a call center, and now they were applying at my startup. We were scaling so fast. But this success too was short-lived. We soon enough get a legal notice from another giant in the wedding industry who told us that we had basically used the keyword in our product name that they had a copyright on. Now we were left with only two options, either to shut down the company or to sell it to them. Now changing the name back then didn't make any sense for us because we had already invested so much on our branding. So we decided that we're going to sell this company to the giant. Now while I was working at What a Shaadi, not only was I working on the tech part, but I was also taking care of a lot of marketing efforts. Now my venture did shut down, but these efforts got noticed by another company in Dubai. It was an upcoming startup who asked me to join them as their co-founder. Next month, I was on a flight to Dubai. Now I had joined them as a co-founder. I was leading the marketing efforts, I was leading the tech efforts, and everything was going great. We were scaling really fast. I also got nominated for Entrepreneur of the Year award in the UAE. Thanks to this exposure, I also got contacted by another fintech who wanted me to join them as their head of growth, which I decided I'm going to pursue. So I said yes to them. I decided I'm going to join them, which I did. I started growing this company, going from almost 0 accounts to taking them to thousands of bank accounts. We started growing immediately. Now after this, I also started getting contacted by a lot of people to start consulting for them for growth. I started consulting now. From 9 a.m. till 8 p.m. in the evening, I would work at this company. And from 9 p.m. till 4 a.m. in the morning, I would do consultation calls over Zoom. Now I was growing a lot of companies. I was driving millions of revenue for e-commerce companies. I was doing a lot of consultation work. One of the companies, a media company, also ended up becoming the fastest growing media company in the region. This was a success for me. Now claiming these skills was one thing, but actually proving my skills was another thing. So I decided I'm going to create a website, an agency website for growth hacking, and I'm going to outrank every marketing agency that was offering growth hacking services back then. I created this website. In a time span of 30 days, I was able to outrank every marketing agency in the UAE for anything and everything related to growth hacking. This was a huge deal for me. In 30 days, Google basically started featuring us as the #1 growth hacking agency in the UAE. Now, why I had failed constantly in my life, why do you think I was able to do all of this? Why do you think I was able to drive massive growth for my clients? The reason is because I was persistent. Because even though I was failing throughout my life, I never gave up. I always took those things and learned something out of it. Because I had that never give up attitude. That was the most important thing. After this, I started getting a lot more clients. I was consulting with clients from that were backed by Y Combinator, clients that were backed by government accelerators in the UAE, clients, companies that were founded by IIT, IIM, Oxford, Harvard, Stanford, Illuminus, and things were going great for me. But I always felt my true calling was in Silicon Valley. This was a dream for me. You guys might wonder, why Silicon Valley though? The reason is because the smartest of brains evolved from that ecosystem. People like Mark Zuckerberg, people like Travis Kalanick, Jack Dorsey, all of these people evolved from that ecosystem. And I wanted to be a part of that ecosystem. I wanted to learn from that ecosystem, become one with it. That's the reason I always wanted to go to Silicon Valley. Now, you guys must have heard that line. It's a very famous dialogue कि जब आप किसी चीज़ को पूरे दिल से चाहते हैं तो कायनात भी आपको उससे मिलाने में लग जाती है. The same thing happened to me. I get a call from one of my consulting clients in San Francisco and they asked me if I would join them full time. 1 week later, I was on a flight to San Francisco joining Pulse as the director of growth. This was a huge deal for me. So guys, this has been my story so far. A boy who failed in school, a boy who failed multiple times in startups is standing here today talking to you at Josh Talks. I want to tell you something that has been a life learning for me and I hope you guys can learn something from it. That is, failures can be painful and yes, your ability to endure pain is tested during failures. But how would you know your limits unless you fail? Failure is not the enemy of success. It is the entry to success. Dream big and go make it happen. Thank you all for being a lovely audience.
एक मिनट ठहरिए, वीडियो को बंद मत करिएगा। मैं आपसे कुछ सवाल पूछना चाहता हूं। क्या आप भी अपनी इंग्लिश को इंप्रूव करके अपने करियर और जिंदगी में आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं? क्या आप भी जानना चाहते हैं कि एक कॉन्फिडेंट और डायनामिक पर्सनैलिटी के क्या सीक्रेट्स होते हैं? क्या आप ये सोचते हैं कि पैसों से पैसे आखिर कैसे कमाया जाए? अगर इनमें से कोई भी सवाल का जवाब हाँ है, तो जोश टॉक्स के पास हमारे लिए एक सुझाव है। जोश टॉक्स हमारे लिए लाया है जोश स्किल्स ऐप, जहां पर डिटेल्ड और इंटरैक्टिव कोर्सेज के साथ हम विभिन्न टॉपिक्स को समझ सकते हैं और अपनी जिंदगी में आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। और तो और जोश स्किल्स ऐप पर ऐसे 50 से ज्यादा कोर्सेज हैं जिन्हें देश के जाने माने एक्सपर्ट्स ने बनाया है और वो हमें डेली वीडियो लेसन्स, असाइनमेंट्स, टेस्ट्स और पीडीएफ नोट्स के साथ सिखाएंगे। जोश स्किल्स ऐप पर आज 1,20,000 से ज्यादा लोग स्पोकन इंग्लिश, पर्सनैलिटी डेवलपमेंट, कंप्यूटर स्किल्स जैसे अलग अलग विभिन्न टॉपिक्स को सीख रहे हैं और अपने अगले जॉब और अपनी जिंदगी के लिए तैयारी कर रहे हैं। अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आप अपनी जिंदगी में आगे बढ़े, अपने करियर गोल्स को अचीव करें और जिंदगी में कुछ बड़ा करें, तो आज ही डाउनलोड करें जोश स्किल्स का ऐप और अपने पहले कोर्स की शुरुआत करें। आपसे कोर्स में मुलाकात होगी।